Let's do it.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have the pleasure of chatting with Mo Razik, Senior Regional Territory Manager for Designs for Health. Mo, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yes. Now, you have been involved with medicine from a young age. You came from a family with a father and siblings in the medical field, but you carved out a different unconventional path for yourself. After graduating medical school and practicing for a short number of years, you recognized the importance of alternative modalities of medicine and embarked on a journey that led you to Canada and homeopathic medicine, which you practiced for several years. Our understanding is that that opened your eyes to functional medical practices and the importance of implementing strong foundations of health to optimize outcome for patients. Your clinical career path led to further develop your interest in supplements and neuropharmaceuticals, which then allowed you the opportunity to work with Designs for Health as a senior regional territory sales manager and educator for the past 8 years. You are passionate about living a balanced life with interests in active lifestyle through tennis, racket sports, weightlifting, music, and travel. So welcome and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It really is a pleasure to be with you guys and to, tell you a little bit about myself and about Designs for Health.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Thanks.
yeah. So tell us a bit about your journey and how you ended up working for Designs for Health.
So the bio kind of covers a little bit of it. I think after graduating med school, I kind of always had an inkling that there was something different that I wanted to do.
Mhm.
And not that there was anything wrong with conventional medicine, but I just knew that it wasn't the end all be all and that there was a lot more to it. And I think going through personal issues with family members, you kind of recognize that there's a lot of deficiencies there that conventional medicine doesn't look at. And I was intrigued and I wanted to find out a little bit more. And I think that led me to the path of alternative medicine and homeopathy. And I knew that that itself was a great avenue and it was a great modality. But I was also very much interested in the foundations of the fundamentals.
Mhm.
I'm not a nutritionist, but I recognize the importance of nutrition. It's foundational and it's really the most important aspect of functional medicine. Get that nutrition right, then you have a safe foundation for other components. So I didn't study nutrition, but I, of course, recognize the importance of it and try to educate myself as much as possible. And hence, the nutritional component working for a supplement company was a additional arm that I kind of used to augment my knowledge in nutrition and the world of nutraceuticals. So I feel that I'm where I'm supposed to be in terms of my medical career.
Perfect. Thank you. Now, when was the company founded and how?
So Designs for Health actually goes back 34 years now, and it is a company that was founded by practitioners for practitioners. The founder, it is still a family-owned entity. Jonathan Lazat is the founder and the CEO of the company. His wife at the time, Linda Lazat, was actually a practicing nutritionist and dietitian, and there were key missing components in the practice that she recognized. With a very healthy practice and a lot of individuals who were working for her, she recognized that there was a gap between what you learned in school and what you actually apply clinically.
Mhm.
So education was a very big component of what Designs for Health aimed to do initially. Secondarily, she was using a lot of supplements and she was expecting certain reactions and certain outcomes from these supplements that she wasn't really getting, especially in the line that she was dealing with when it came to fat management and weight loss.
Mhm.
She was using carnitine and it wasn't really yielding the outcomes. When you dose carnitine at a certain gram dose, you can actually really expect certain shifts and the utilization of fat as a source of energy. She wasn't getting that. Decided to test those ingredients and see what actually is the product that she was giving her patients. And it turned out that it was calcium bicarbonate. So it was a very cheap product that was sold to her at a very expensive price. And that kind of initiated that thought of, well, maybe we can actually do better. Maybe we can actually get the ingredients from reliable sources, so the raw ingredients, and we can look at delivering them and how we can deliver them and optimizing these delivery mechanisms. to the patients. And that's how Designs for Health as a supplement entity come. Carnitine Synergy is one of the products that we still carry till this day. And it was the first product that was launched by the company back in 1989.
Wow, that's amazing. I had no idea that it had been around for that many years. That's amazing.
Yeah, so we are a US based company, so the history goes back since 1989. But Canada, Designs for Health Canada, as an entity, launched in late 2014. 2014. So it's coming up on 9 years now, and I joined them 6 months in. So I've been there right from the beginning when the Canadian entity launched. So I'm very proud of that.
I bet. Amazing. Amazing. Now, is there a philosophy or objective for the company?
Yes, absolutely. So Designs for Health as a philosophy relies on science. So science first is definitely the basis and the foundations. We also, at this point, as a mandate and as a motto, we want to design a well world. And we do that through education and through the supplementation components and also following the science. So there's always changes and there's fluidity with the science. And with something that's ever changing, you always have to be kind of up to date. It's not something that we shy away from in terms of updating our line of nutraceuticals with the most recent changes. Designs for Health is the first company, for example, to implement and use the activated forms of B vitamins in the entire line. This was over 16 years ago. And now you see that that's just a general thing that all professional companies do. Another thing that we do is we also, we try to do no harm. I think that's a foundation. Anyone who's in the health field swears the oath to do no harm. So we stick by that. We have, of course, nutrient form selections. And by that, I mean looking at the raw ingredients. Where are we sourcing them from and how are they sourced? Are we sourcing them in a non-GMO format? And we try to do that as much as possible whenever possible. So looking at that core basic source is very important to us. And of course, looking at nutrient delivery is goes hand in hand with that. It's not just about the ingredients, but it's how do you optimize the delivery of these nutrients and these ingredients. So we look at bioavailability and we try to enhance that with the most recent research and updates. And we've done that with a lot of our products. And that itself can be another topic to go into deeply. The formulations also are very synergistic. So we do have, of course, a wide range of products. We have around over 140 products here in Canada, but we do have the single entity products or single ingredient products, and we do have complex formulations. These complex formulations are complex for a reason. There's a synergy that goes on between the ingredients that are in them. We look at cofactors and how to optimize the outcomes, the clinical outcomes by including those cofactors and those ingredients that work well together in harmony to optimize and give you the clinical outcomes that you desire. And of course, we admit that we're not the leading entity with everything. We can't do everything by ourselves. So with that said, we do partner with other entities that have proven to be leaders when it comes to delivery, when it comes to their nutrients, when it comes to their research that they've done. So we've partnered with Albion for our minerals. We partnered with other entities. We partnered with American River Nutrition for our vitamin E, which is a tocotrienol exclusive. So we don't shy away from that. We can't do it all, but what we want to do is deliver the best to you as a practitioner and to your patients. So we do have to partner with those entities.
Amazing. Now, you mentioned vitamin B. I mean, thinking as a consumer, you walk into a health food store, if you're looking for something like vitamin B, it's overwhelming, right? If you don't know what you're looking for, so many supplement companies, so many variations. So, what makes Designs for Health stand out amongst other professional supplement companies? Can you give us a few examples of those?
Well, the Designs for Health difference basically is looking at science first and implementing that and being flexible within. So when there are changes that need to be implemented, we implement them. The B vitamins is a core example. Synthetic Bs were used for a very long period of time, and there's still companies who use synthetic B vitamins, which is taxing on the body. And it's proven to have negative impacts. Imagine an expecting mother taking a prenatal with the synthetic Bs, the folic acid versus the folate. That's something that still happens. You don't see that with Designs for Health. And what we've done is we don't just remove it from one product or a B complex or a B12. No, it applies to every single product that contains a B vitamin. And similarly, we've done that with our vitamin E, which is now a tocotrienol exclusive form of vitamin E. So it's not a mixed tocopherol. There's reasoning behind that. The most recent research suggests and demonstrates that mixed tocopherols will impede the absorption and the uptake of the tocotrienols when the tocotrienols are where the antioxidant component of vitamin E is found. So we have removed that. We give you, of course, the vitamin E in a tocotrienol exclusive, but we also, any product that contains vitamin E is now in that exclusive form. Fish oils is another area where we can talk about, and the ethyl ester versus a triglyceride form of fish oil. We're in the camp that believes that we should look at nature and what nature provides, and that's a triglyceride form of fish oil. So we do make the conversion from ethyl ester to a triglyceride, but how much that conversion dictates the quality of the fish oil and the uptake and the bioavailability and how your body can assimilate it. We do that conversion over 90%. Most companies will stick to 60 to 70, 75%, because over 60, you can claim it as a triglyceride form of fish oil officially. It's not enough.
Right.
So these are some of the things that we do at Designs for Health that makes us stand out. Of course, another basic foundational thing is that we don't use artificial sweeteners. We use a natural stevia, organic stevia leaf as a sweetener, and we also use allulose. So and we don't have any gluten in the entire line or soy. So these are some of the things that make Designs for Health stand out differently.
Yeah, I'm sure anyone watching this is going to rush and turn their B vitamins around and be like, "Is it?"
Oh, what do I have here? What have I been taking?
What have I been taking? Right, and then wondering how they can access Designs for Health. How do they go about that? So, who can access? How access it? How do we access it?
There's a few ways, of course, that you can access it. And I think the best way to go about it is having your own Designs for Health professional account. There's benefits to having a professional account. And when you go to designsforhealth.ca, not .com, .ca, you can actually register for a professional account. Nutritionists can absolutely have professional accounts with us, and we do have a growing number. I think nutritionists is probably the growing demographic of practitioners that we're seeing in the last couple of years. And you can you have to, of course, submit some forms, and your diploma would be requested, and this just takes a couple of days for your account to be active. And then you'll have full access to the products, the education that's there. So we do have ongoing monthly webinars that we started during the pandemic, and we actually haven't stopped. So these monthly webinars are happening, and you get notification for these webinars. You can log on and register for them. You'll get the recording, but these webinars are also housed on our website in our library. So after a few weeks, each webinar will be uploaded to that library. We have our tech sheets, we have our patient ed sheets, we have protocols. A lot of people are not paying attention to these protocols. These are really good foundation for you to actually look at. It's not a blueprint, it's something that you can modify for your patient, because at the end of the day, it is personalized medicine. So not one protocol works for every single condition, but a good foundation for you to actually start with and modify according to the patients that you're dealing with. So having that gives you access, of course, to purchasing the product directly from the online source, but we also have access. You can get access to the product through the new virtual dispensary, where you also, through the website, you can actually access. It's a virtual dispensary that each practitioner will have their own link that they can embed on their social media tree or on their website, where their patients can actually access that. If that's something that you're interested in learning more about, definitely reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you with that. But once you have an account, it should be straightforward. We try to make it as user-friendly as possible. And then thirdly, there are some dispensaries that do use Designs for Health. Of course, FullScript is a big one. And some other online sellers and dispensaries and distributors that are using Designs for Health and make it available to the practitioners.
That's a lot of benefits to get out and start a professional account. Now, if you're new, you start an account. Is there something new and exciting at Designs for Health that you'd want a new member that signed up to know about?
Well, there's definitely always opportunities to learn about the educational components that are there. I think a lot of people don't necessarily pay attention or realize that Designs for Health has that much educational material on the website. So please make sure that you are taking advantage of that. Take advantage of the reps, regardless of where you are. There's a rep in each and every province, and we're here to support you. We're not just about placing orders or we can help you with that, but we are coaches. We are a resource when it comes to education. When it comes to clinical issues and obstacles, we can help you definitely with that. If we can't, we have resources from our own scientific team that we can definitely help you with. I try to connect with each and every person who signs up for a new account, reach out to them, tell them that I'm here to help them and support them. And yeah, if they reach out to me and want to set something up, we can do it in so many different ways, whether it's virtually through Zoom or whatever video conferencing platform we use, or even if it's just a phone, or even if it's in person. There's always ways to connect. So take advantage of that. We're here to support you and support your patients and your growth. And definitely looking at these opportunities with the virtual dispensary is great. Look at discounts. There's always discounts and opportunities to get better value for your buck when it comes to Designs for Health. So you have to ask and communicate with your account manager or the regional territory manager whom you're dealing with, and we're happy to help you and facilitate all of those discounts for you. Each and every webinar has a discount, and you don't even have to attend the webinar virtually. You can register for the webinar and you're still entitled to get that discount code, and at the same time you'll get the recording sent to you by email the next day for anyone who registers. So register for those webinars. Those are gold, so take advantage of them.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Now, if I want to get involved, where can I follow? Where can I find more about Designs for Health?
Amazing. So as I mentioned, Designsforhealth.ca is the website where you can find everything that you need. Follow us, please, on Instagram. We are Designs for Health Canada, at Designs for Health Canada, all one word. And yeah, and of course, create a relationship with your reps, because I think that's very, very important. We are people. We like to engage.
Yeah.
We like to be part of your life, and we like to be involved with what you do. So these relationships matter to us. You do matter to us. So please reach out to us at any time. But these platforms are great. I mean, Facebook, we're also on Facebook, but I think Instagram is definitely the platform that we find a lot more interaction with, and we're posting all the time. The reps are posting. Follow us, tag us. If you're posting about Designs for Health, make sure you're tagging Designs for Health Canada. That's essential. And we're looking forward to growing the relationship with you all.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about your journey and how to use Designs for Health and get set up and get involved. And I love that there's so much support to people that they're able to even speak to you or get on a Zoom call with you to have some help to get started. So
Absolutely.
that's amazing for a supplement company to have that level of interaction and support to members. So that's amazing. Thank you for spending time with us today.
Absolutely. It is absolutely my pleasure. I really love engaging with nutritionists. I find that I get the most difficult questions actually from the nutritionists, which I welcome all the time.
Yep.
So keep it coming, and thank you for having me. I really enjoyed this conversation and looking forward to connecting with you all.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thanks. Bye for now.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.